Hello and welcome to the video guys, it's Militated here, and today I have 3 more military outfit tutorials for you. These ones in particular are for male characters, but I will have some coming for female characters fairly soon. If you have an outfit which you'd like to send to me for a chance to be in a video, then please do make sure that you send it to MilitatedYT@gmail.com. Alternatively though, you can also send it to my Instagram, which is OfficialMilitated, which I am much more active on. As always, if you enjoy the video, then please do make sure that you leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already for more outfit tutorials. But with all of that being said, we are now ready to move on to the actual video. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is head down to the nearest clothing store and start browsing the pants section. From here we're going to go into cargo pants and we're going to select the grey woodland cargo. Having done that, we're then going to back out and head over to the top section of the store. Now from here we're going to start scrolling down the list, and it might take a while, but we're going to keep on going until we get to the hoodies category. At this point we're then going to go down to the bottom of the list. Now start scrolling up until we get to the light grey hooded jacket. This outfit also works really well with the black hooded jacket if you prefer that. Either way, we're then going to head over to the shoe section and go into the boots category. You can use these silver tactical boots if you want to keep the whole grey theme running, but for this outfit I decided to go for the black tech boots. We're now going to head over to the accessory section of the store, but just before we start browsing, we're going to open up the interaction menu. Simply go into the style category, and from here we're going to start scrolling down until we get down to where it says hood. Now you need to make sure that hood is set to up. Next we're then going to go into inventory and body armor, and we're going to equip the standard armor. Close the interaction menu and head into the accessory section of the store. Now go into the scarves category and purchase the black desert scarf. As you can see, we now have the body armor, the scarf and the hoodie on all at once. Moving on, we're then going to back out of scarves and head down to gloves. Now go down to the bottom of the list and purchase the grey tact gloves. Our last stop in the clothing store is going to be at the hat section. A lot of you requested that I use some of the new flight helmets, so that is exactly what we're going to do. So in flight helmets we're going to start going down the list until we get to the grey woodland full face. Once we have that equipped, we're then going to make sure that we save the outfit before we continue. After it's been saved, we're then going to leave the clothing store and head down to ammunition. In the weapons section, we're going to make sure that we have purchased a parachute, and then we're going to back out. Reopen the interaction menu and go into style and parachute, and make sure that parachute is set to on. For this outfit, we're going to be using the grey combat chute bag. Once again, we're just going to head over to the top section of the store, and we're going to make sure that we resave the outfit before we continue. If the parachute falls off of your character's back, then make sure that you put the parachute back on and then join a new session and resave the outfit. In the gear section of the ammunition, we're going to make sure that we've purchased the night vision. Now once you have done that, we're then going to leave the ammunition and head down to the nearest yacht. If you don't have a yacht, then make sure that you fly around in a public free mode session until you find a random one. You're also going to equip a random outfit like the one I have on now, and then you're going to equip the night vision. We're going to head towards the hot tub on the back of the yacht, and then we're going to open up the weapon wheel. Now equip something like the RPG and aim it down at your feet. Slowly walk towards the hot tub until your character's clothes disappear. Once they have, you're then going to fire the RPG at your feet, and you're going to try to launch yourself away from the hot tub. Your character should have died with their clothes on, so when you respawn you should then notice that you no longer have the ski mask on under the night vision. We're now going to leave the yacht and head back down to the nearest ammunition. This part might sound a little bit complicated, so make sure that you do listen. We're going to go into the outfit section, and we're going to make sure that we save this in a random outfit slot. As you can see, I decided to save it in the slot which is named default. We're then going to back out and go into outfits saved. Switch to any one of your outfits, and then you're going to switch back to the one that we just saved with the night vision. You're then going to switch to the outfit that we are making, and you should then notice that the night vision has transferred over to the outfit. At this point you're just going to equip the outfit, and then you're going to make sure that you resave it. After the outfit has been saved, we're then going to leave the ammunition and head down to the mask store on Vespucci Beach. So this is going to be the part that I believe makes the outfit really stand out. We're going to start browsing the mask section and go down to the headscarves category. As usual, we're going to go down to the bottom of the list. Now start scrolling up until we get to the grey woodland loose. After purchasing that, we're then going to leave the mask store and head over to the nearest high-end apartment. As a side note, if the telescope in your apartment does not work, then make sure that you use the telescopes at the end of Del Perro Pier. We're now going to sprint towards the telescope and press right on the D-pad as soon as we get near it. Your character should just stand there instead of looking into the telescope, and you should also notice that we are no longer wearing the mask. It might take a few tries, but for now we're going to open up the interaction menu. Head into style and go down to outfit and equip the one that we just saved in the ammunition. Now just walk away from the telescope, and you should then notice that the headscarf will then reappear with the helmet and the night vision. Do not try to save it in the wardrobe which is in the apartment, as it will make the headscarf disappear. Instead we're going to leave the apartment and head down to the nearest ammunition. From here we're going to start browsing the top section and make sure that you save the outfit for the last time. Just before we finish up with this outfit and move on to the next one, I'm going to go through a problem which you are going to experience. So if you decide to change your outfit or something and then change back, you might notice that the headscarf is no longer there. So I'm just going to quickly demonstrate that for you now. In order to fix it, all you need to do is equip the outfit twice and the headscarf will then reappear. We are now ready to move on to the second outfit of the video. Now this one looks similar to one that I've done before, and that is because it is simply a revision of it. This isn't based off of any particular nation or army, it's basically just a mix and match. For example, we have some German flex-on pants and a US looking helmet. As we did before, we're going to head over to the nearest clothing store and start browsing pants. From here we're going to go into the team pants category and you're going to purchase any random one. It is very important that you equip some of those, and we will be coming back to the pants section later on. For now though, we're going to move on to the top section and we're going to start scrolling down until we get to the overcoats category. So like we normally do, we're going to go down to the bottom of the list and we're going to start scrolling up. And we're going to keep on going until we get to the forest patched clothes parka. If you prefer, then you can use a different one which doesn't have patches, but that is just my personal preference. We're now going to move on to the shoe section, and from here we're going to go into boots. Now we're going to purchase the black scruffy boots and then we're going to back out. Okay, so now that we have the black scruffy boots, we're going to head back over to the pants section. When we eventually arrive, we're going to start browsing and go into the cargo pants category. From here we're going to make sure that we purchase the flecked-on cargo, and as you can see, we now have them with the black scruffy boots. Normally you can't equip those boots on these pants, which is why we did the whole team pants thing. In the accessory section, we're going to go into gloves and go down to the bottom. From here we're going to purchase the black fingerless gloves. If you'd prefer to use some different gloves, then go on right ahead, but for now we're going to back out of accessories and head over to the hat section. Go down to the bottom and go into combat helmets and then go down to the bottom once again. From here we're going to purchase the dark combat helmet. After having done that, we're then going to leave the clothing store and head down to the mask store. We're now going to start browsing the mask section and we're going to go down to the bottom to where it says tactical. Once again, we're going to go down to the bottom and we're going to equip the gas mask. Thankfully we don't need to glitch these two together, but once you have it equipped, we're then going to make sure that you save the outfit before we continue. Now that it's been saved, we're then going to leave the mask store and head back down to the nearest clothing store. In the outfit section, we're going to go down to where it says flight suits. Now from here you can either use the green flight suit or the black flight suit depending on what colour you want the hose to be. As you can see, I decided to go for the green one. Either way, you're then going to leave the clothing store and head down to the Vanilla Unicorn Strip Club. Simply just head inside and open up the interaction menu. Now go into style and go down to outfit and equip the one that we just saved at the mask store. We're then going to walk outside and you should then notice that the flight suit hose has appeared on the front of the outfit. At this point we're then going to head down to the nearest ammunition, but make sure that you either walk there or use a motorbike, do not use a car. As usual, we're going to head into the weapon section and make sure that we've purchased a parachute. We're then going to back out, open up the interaction menu and go into style and parachute. Make sure that parachute is set to on, and for this outfit we're going to use the forest combat chute bag. I'm forever wishing that Rockstar will add something like a backpack because I'm really getting tired of the parachute. But for now we're going to head over to the top section and make sure that we save the outfit for the last time. Of course, you don't need to use the parachute if you don't want to. If you happen to have the duffel bag, then that also will look pretty cool on this outfit. Just before we finish up, I'm going to go through a similar problem which you're going to face like the first outfit. So if you decide to switch to a random outfit and then switch back, you might notice that the flight suit hose is no longer on the front. Basically just equip the outfit twice and it will then reappear. Okay, we're now ready to move on to the last outfit. So the reason behind this outfit is that I just really wanted a full camouflage outfit and I really like multicam. I feel like that the newly added jackets worked really well with this outfit, and I also wanted to add some night vision along with the thermal vision. So now we're going to head back down to the clothing store and start browsing the pants section. Go into the cargo pants category and purchase the peach camo cargo. Our next step is to then leave the pants section and head over to tops. We're going to head down to the work jackets category, and from here we're going to purchase the peach camo closed field. You can use the open one if you want, but I feel like the closed one just works better. We're then going to back out of work jackets and then we're going to head down to the rolled sleeve t-shirts. Go down to the bottom and we're going to purchase the beige rolled tee. At this point we're then going to back out of the top section and head over to shoes. We're then going to go into boots and start scrolling down until we get to the desert tactical boots. They're quite loose fitting like the jacket, so I think that they work really well. After purchasing those, we're then going to head over to the accessory section of the store, but just before we do that, we're going to open up the interaction menu. Now go into inventory and body armor and equip the super heavy armor. In the accessory section, we're then going to go into gloves and purchase the peach camo tactical. Okay, we're then going to back out of accessories and head over to glasses. From here we're going to go into the sports glasses category and we're going to purchase the brown urban ski. I would also recommend the beige outlaws for this outfit if you'd prefer. Either way, just make sure that you save the outfit before we continue. After it's been saved, we're then going to back out of the glasses section and head over to hats. Go down to the bottom like we normally do, and we're going to go into combat helmets. Unfortunately for us, Rockstar didn't seem to add the peach camo helmet, so we're going to have to use the brown quad lens instead. If you don't really like the quad lens helmets, then that is absolutely fine. If you scroll down a little further, you should find the one with only 2 lenses. We're now going to head down to the mask store at Vespucci Beach, and we're going to start browsing the mask section. Like we did before, we're going to go into the headscarves category. Now go down to the bottom, start scrolling up until we get to the peach camo loose. Having purchased that, we are then going to leave the mask store and head down to the nearest high-end apartment. As I said before, if the telescope in your apartment does not work, then use ones at Del Perro Pier. Sprint towards the telescope and press right on the D-pad as soon as you get near it. It might take a few attempts, but your character should just stand there instead of looking into the telescope, and you should also notice that you are no longer wearing the headscarf. In the interaction menu, you're going to go into style and go down to outfit and equip the one that we saved earlier on in the clothing store. When you walk away, you should then notice that you now have the headscarf on top of the jacket. We're now going to repeat the process, so sprint towards the telescope, press right on the D-pad, and you should just stand there. Open up the interaction menu, go into style and accessories and go down to where it says helmets. Now you're just going to scroll through until you get to the brown quad lens or whichever one you decided to use. Same as before, we're just going to walk away from the telescope, and you should then notice that the scarf will reappear with the helmet and the jacket. We're then going to do it one last time, so sprint towards it, press right, and you should stand there. Now open up the interaction menu, go back into style and accessories and go down to glasses. Simply just equip the brown urban skis or whichever glasses you decided to buy in the clothing store. Once you have them equipped, you're then going to walk away from the telescope. If you set the helmet visor as up in the interaction menu, you will then be able to see the glasses much better. We're now going to head down to ammunition, start browsing the weapon section and make sure that we've purchased a parachute like we have done twice before. In the interaction menu, we're going to go into style and parachute and make sure that parachute is set to on. For this outfit, we're going to be using the tan combat chute bag. Now head over to the top section like we did before, and we're going to make sure that we save the outfit before we continue. Head over to the gear section of the store and we're going to purchase the night vision. Now that you have that, you're going to head over to the nearest yacht. Again, if you don't have one, then make sure that you fly around in a public free mode session until you find a random one. You're also going to want to equip a random outfit like the one I have on now, and you're going to put the night vision on that. Head over to the hot tub, which is at the back of the yacht, and then you're going to open up the weapon wheel and equip something like the RPG. Aim the RPG down towards the floor, and then you're going to walk towards the hot tub. When your clothes disappear, you're then going to fire the RPG at your feet, and you're going to try to launch yourself away from the hot tub. If done correctly, then you will die with your clothes on. When you respawn, you should then notice that you no longer have the ski mask under the night vision. Having done that, we're then going to leave the yacht and head back down to the nearest ammunition. This part might sound a bit confusing the first time, so if you don't understand it, then make sure that you listen to it once or twice more. We're going to go into the outfit section and make sure that we save the outfit in a random slot. As you can see, I saved it in a slot called default. We're going to back out, go into outfit saved and equip a random outfit, which just so happens to be the one that we're making. Go back down to the one that we just saved and re-equip it, and then equip the one that we are making. You can't see it too clearly right now, but that has basically just transferred the night vision over to this outfit. When you set the helmet visor to up, you will be able to see it much more clearly. Now the cool thing about this is if you go into the accessory section of your interaction menu, you should be able to see that in the bottom right corner it says activate when you're over gear. Obviously that activates night vision. Now if you go down to where it says helmets, you should be able to see that it says activate once again. Now this will activate a thermal vision. So now that we have that out of the way, you're just going to make sure that you go back into the outfit section and save the outfit for the last time. But after you have done that, you are pretty much finished with the outfits. As I've mentioned twice before, if anything on the outfit disappears, then just open up the interaction menu and equip the outfit twice. But apart from that guys, thank you so much for watching and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video, then please do make sure that you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for a bunch more tutorials like this one. As always, if you have an outfit which you'd like to send to me, then please do make sure that you send it to MilitatedYT@gmail.com or to my Instagram, which is OfficialMilitated. Just to remind you guys, I did say at the start of the video, but I will be doing some more female outfits fairly soon. If you have any outfit requests or something like that, then please do let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, apart from that, once again guys, thank you so much for watching and I hope that you're enjoying the update as much as I am. I heard that there's going to be a part 2 to this update, so I'm pretty excited for that. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next GTA Online video.